Hi guys. Hi, it's Lisa. It's time. It's Thursday and it's time for free readings. I'm just going to sit here for a second, wait for some of you to get here. I'm starting just a couple minutes early because I'm always so afraid it's not going to start. Dina, do you see me? Yes, it's happening. It's happening today. Woohoo! Oh my God. So it's been kind of a crazy week. Can't wait for some of you to get here. Hi, Tony. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. Welcome to free reading night. Hecko, guys. What's hecko? I don't know what hecko means. Hello. Oh, okay. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Erin. So glad you're here. We're going to do some free readings tonight. I'm having allergies. Is anybody else having allergies out there? Yo, Vinny. It's my sister Mary. Hey, Mary. What's new sub? Tony, tell me what new sub is.
New subscriber.
New subscriber? Oh, hi, Eva. Hi, Eva. Eva's from my work with me. I'm a realtor. Some of you already know that. And Eva is a realtor with me. Yay. Shout out. I see Danielle is joining us. Look at you guys. You must be really bored tonight. No, not really bored. Just have some we would need to get some answers tonight, right? So it's been kind of a crazy week for me. It started with the noticing that it started smelling like mildew in my bathroom. Yeah, in my guest bathroom. And long story short, we had a huge crack in one of our 107-year-old pipes in the house. Had to have plumbers come in, tear out walls. Oh, joy. Yeah, the joys of owning a vintage home. Eva, I'm excited you're here too, honey. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just rattling on, though, about all the fun stuff I've got to do this week. We also cleaned out the basement, the garage. Some of you who know me, Mary, you know how scary it is in both of those places. I give a lot of parties, and when I do, at the end of the parties, I literally throw crap down the stairs, and I'm just that tired, and we're just like, throw it in there, yay, it's over. Phew. So I've been cleaning that out so we have more space to bring in more party supplies. It's kind of my way. Let's see what else. Some announcements. You guys, you need to sign up for my class. I know some of you said that you wanted to join it, and I've created it, and I want you to be there with me. And this is such a great time for learning. That's pretty much all I've been doing since I've been home, besides the pipe issue and the cleaning things out. So let me tell you, and you guys start forming your questions, by the way. I'm rattling on. You're supposed to form your questions, okay? Your questions should not necessarily be yes and no questions. They should be more like how, what, why, okay? Questions like that. And hopefully we'll get more than one in for you, or I'll give you an extra special long time. Just depends on how many people show up. We're just going to go an hour. So anyway, back to my ramblings about learning and education right now. A few things. So my class is going to start April 25th. And if you sign up, the sooner you sign up, the better, because I've got one class. The first class is pre-recorded. And so once you sign up, then I send you that class. The second and third class are live classes. We're going to go on Zoom. We're going to be able to talk back and forth and practice with each other. I'll have you splitting off with people and practicing. And so those classes are April 25th and May 2nd. So you would need to be with us on those days. I'll be recording it too. So if you absolutely couldn't make it, we could send the class out to you via tape. It just won't be as fun. And then the last class will be pre-recorded, and it'll be sent out after the May 2nd class. Okay, so it's a basic card reading class, card reading 101. And so I want you to join. It's only $9.97. I just did the difficult math on this, and it was $250 per class. Now, if you don't have $250 to spend on learning some fun stuff, then I don't know. We got to talk about, the question should be, what can I do for a new job? Okay, or something like that. Okay, so the other class I want to tell you about is Laura Day. She's one of my teachers. Dina, oh, sorry, tissues. Laura Day is one of my teachers, and she has been doing some free classes. Now, you guys, this lady she's big deal, okay? She is the psychic. They call her the psychic of Wall Street. She is, I think I've told you this, she's like best friends with Demi Moore and all of these. She's a psychic to all these big stars and big companies. And Laura is going to be doing some more free classes on April 23rd and 24th. So I want you to sign up for that. Dina's going to give you some links to that. Actually, I don't think she is. Go to my Facebook page and go to my Facebook group. The Facebook page is Consulting Intuition, or I'm sorry, Intuitive Lisa. My Facebook group that I just made, if you're not a part of it, is Consulting Intuition and More. And I do a lot of, that's about education and things like that. And that's a group so we can all learn from each other. And I posted Laura's stuff there. There's also an astrology course that's starting on April 23rd. It comes with a free astrological chart. And the first class of that is free, and the classes thereafter are $12. But this guy is also a big deal. Excuse me, I have to wipe my little nosy. Biddy Tarot is starting their online certification class. Now, not everybody needs to be certified. That's like a $1,200 class. And if you got the money, great, go for it. She's wonderful. She's easy to learn from. But if you just want to learn to read for yourself and maybe some of your friends, come to my class. Again, $2.50 per class. All right? Okay. So, as you know, we do the questions as they come in, you guys. And so let's just see what we've got. I'm going to go back and read some of everything. Everybody's here. Oh, my God, we have such a fun group. I can't wait for you guys to be in my class because then we can chitty-chat back and forth with each other and get to know everybody. Hi, Lucy. How are you? And let's see here. Mercedes is with you. Hi, Mercedes, Aaron's friend. And Sharice and Tony have the same question. And Catrice is here. Okay, you guys, it looks like Dina's lining up those questions. So let's just get going because I want to get them all in. Aloha, Nicole. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, also let me show you. The cards I generally use are these Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And those are some of the cards that, if you're going to take the class, you would need. The other cards that I use are just your standard Rider-Waite cards. Okay, see these? These are the huge ones. These are giant. And I have you get these cards for the class, by the way, because they're a lot easier to see all of the little stuff in them. Okay, so Tony, what's coming towards you in love? Shall we answer that one? Okie dokie. Let's just see. She said, hi, good. Have you guys had any interesting, fun things happen this week? Tell me what's going on with you. Lots of people having love crisis. I also do readings on this, an online program, and pretty much every question is about love. Okay. Well, I see really good things for you in love, Tony. The first one is this Knight of Water, and this is kind of falling in love. It's a new romance. I don't know if you've met somebody recently. This could be that you've just met somebody just like I said, just recently. If not, you're going to be very soon, okay? And that looks like it's going to be good because this is the Four of Fire. That's the next card. This one right here. Here's the first one. I know some of you guys wanted to see these cards, okay? And here's this next one. And the Four of Fire is telling me that there's a lot of stability there. You've got a lot of passion, but it's a stable kind of passion. And so it's really contentment and just this good feeling. And you're just not too much in any one direction. So it's a really good place to be with your passion. You've got just enough, okay, so that you don't lose your head and kind of go crazy with it and ignore everything else. The next card and where it's going to go once it gets started is like all of a sudden things just kind of speed up. You've got this 8 of Fire, and the 8 of Fire is just this card with a lot of action around it, okay? It's this wand, and then you see all the swirling action. And that tells me that once it starts, you know, it's like any delays that there might have been, it just kind of kicks into full gear. So it's going to start off very stable and then kind of kick into full gear where it starts to be something really significant, I think. Okay, so that was Tony's. Everybody, yes, Tony. All right, you got to let me know how that goes. Okay. And hi, Candace. Oh, Mary, you're not going to be alone forever. Brooklyn, hi, honey. Hi, sweetheart. One of my most favorite people in the world just joined us. Not that all of you aren't, but she's a niece, and my nieces are super special to me. Super duper. Right? Okay, so Lucy wants to know how she can develop her mediumship ability. So Lucy, I'm not even going to pull cards on this because I'm going to tell you straight up how you can do it. Everybody, put your listening ears on, okay? So first of all, one of the reasons people don't develop it is we've got stress around it, okay? So Lucy, the first thing you have to do is you have to just kind of let go of some preconceived ideas of what it is, any fears that you might have, anything like that. And all it is to get started is pretend, okay? I know that sounds really silly, but if you could just suspend your disbelief and just pretend, okay? So your disbelief is just going to kind of come over here. And the disbelief is that you can't do it or that you're kind of tricking your own mind. And then from that place, you're going to listen to and watch for and be aware of all of your senses. Now, I'm giving you the cliff notes on this, but if you will do what I asked and go to see Laura Day and her class on April 23rd and April 24th, and it's Laura and D-A-Y, look her up on Facebook. That's who I learned from. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is exactly what I did. It was almost this simple, is I just put my disbelief over here, started noticing everything from the minute the reading started, and there you go. You start getting what you call hits. And of course, the more you do this, the finer tuned and the more you're going to trust in what you're getting. You're just the reporter. So, and you guys that have had readings with me, you know that. I just say, I'm just the reporter. I'm just going to tell you what I see. And I think some of you on here, I'll never name names, don't worry. We've recently done some mediumship and had some family members come through, and it's stuff that there's just no freaking way I could have known, just no freaking way. But anyway, Lucy, that's what I want you to do, honey, is to get onto that for starters, and then join my group on Facebook, the Consulting Intuition and More. Charles Virtue, I don't know if you guys know who Doreen Virtue is, but Doreen Virtue is like big name in cards. She created these angel cards, okay? She created them, and now Doreen's kind of gone off the deep end with uber Christian ideals and thinks that, I don't know, my dog is evil. She's kind of lost it. And anyway, but her son, Charles Virtue, is just lovely. And his whole mediumship class that I took to become certified is on that Consulting Intuition and More Facebook group. Okay, I've downloaded the whole class on there. So get on there and learn while you can. I'm taking that class off in April, at the end of April. But it's free for you. You can't get certified with it. It's just for you to learn. But even Charles said, share this with people. He wants to see more of this. People need to understand they can tap into their intuition on their own. It's just scientific. Okay, so now we're going to go on to, and I feel like I'm kind of scattered a little bit tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see here. So Lucy's going to go do that now. Okay, good. Billy Joe Gannon. You guys, last week we had these names where it sounded like people needed to be these amazing country and western stars. And Billy Joe Gannon, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to buy your album. I don't know what you sound like, but your name just makes me want to buy Country and Western album. Okay? That is a nice name. Okay, Erin, my friend Mercedes is with me, and she wants to know what direction to go with her relationship. Okay, kind of already getting some hits on this, but I'm going to pull cards on it because that's what we're doing. So you guys, when we do my readings together over the phone or however we do that in person, and everybody will tell you this, I kind of start with puzzle pieces and then we talk, but I'll get those puzzle pieces and then all of a sudden I'm able to just put the whole puzzle together and tell you what the message is. And that's why I said, like, I'm already starting to get things with Mercedes. I've already got a couple pieces that have just come to me. Okay. So I see that you had this guy, and he's this kind of guy that comes in, guy or girl, it can be either, but they just come in like knight in shining armor, okay? And they sweep you off your feet. You think that this is absolutely it for you. And then they kind of get a little bit because this knight, this particular Knight of Fire, is somebody who's very passionate. They're like Enrique Suave. They feed off of this intensity, okay? And then like any relationship, hi Nathan, like any relationship, they start to just kind of even out. And when that hits, your guy gets, or your girl gets a little bit, they don't know that they're really all in or really all out. It's not that they don't care. It's just that they're not feeling that intensity anymore. Well, most relationships can't sustain that intensity. But then it looks like, and I don't know if you're going to stay with that guy or if that's somebody from the past, because then you kind of moved away from that into something more like somebody's there, like your mind was more on type of like on your work and things like that. So that's probably what caused the relationship to just kind of go from this super high energy, oh my God, you're my everything, can't stand to be away from you for a second, energy into just kind of the normal day-to-day stuff. But the good news is, and I can't tell you if it's with this person or if it's a new person, but there's a newness coming to your relationship. I almost feel like it's somebody new, which honestly would probably be a good thing. So it's either the resurgence of a relationship. I just kind of feel like it might be a new one though. But in any case, it's just the startup of something new. And I'm going to pull just a couple more here because I want to get down to the bottom if it's this person or someone new. Who is this on? Erin? Erin, honey, are you with somebody right now? Or did you just break up with someone not too long ago? Hi, Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Jen, I keep wanting to get over to your channel too and watch you. Billy Joe Gannon is Nicole and I's little sister. Candace Wright is my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. Nathan is my son. Danielle, you did invite more than one friend. Aren't you adorable? So cute. Yeah, honey, Erin, I see the next card I drew was the kind of card, I'm sorry, it's from Mercedes. Yes, okay. Is the card that says kind of your cup's kind of turned over and you're crying over it. It's not the best thing in a relationship. It's conflict in relationships. But honey, they want you, and your guides are speaking very clear that they want you to focus on the good news, which is that that relationship might not really be for you, and why waste a bunch of time with it when there's somebody else that's coming into the picture, okay? So I want you to focus on what you do have, okay, and what you learned out of the relationship. You guys, every relationship ends. So when they end, I mean, they end one way or another. I know that sounds macabre, but I want you to remember that we're there to learn as much as we are just to spend some time with someone. So what did you learn from it? How did you grow as a human being? What did you put into the world together? Okay. So think of it as a more soulful level instead of the ego level, and the ego is just hurt and we miss them and we don't want to be alone. Okay. What did you learn? Because that's what's going to get you closer to the next most awesome relationship. The sooner you learn, the sooner you're going to be there with that one. I see that, Mary. It's not for Aaron, it's for Mercedes. Gotcha. Okay, Charisse wants to know what's coming. I told you, we got lots of love stuff going on right now. I don't know what's going on with the moon, but if we take that astrology class, we'll all know, because it is, maybe it's just being home, and maybe our attention's off of what it's normally on, all our busy day-to-day stuff, but there's a lot of people who are really feeling that need to find their partner. So I wish we all could. I mean, I have, but I wish everybody could. I had to kiss a lot of toads, you guys. Maybe they were full-on frogs, nasty ones with big old warts and everything. Literally, I think I did kiss someone like that once. Hey, I was trying to keep an open mind. Okay, so Charisse, let's just see, honey. Okay, can we find out more about that? Okay, so I see Charisse. Let's see here. Not seeing love coming up really soon. Oh, there it is. There's that card for love. Beginning of a relationship. It's about the fourth card, so I'm going to say possibly within the next four-ish months, maybe. That if you're in a relationship, then it's going to be moving to a new level. But I think it's a new relationship that's coming on board, and it's also a new home possibly. But anyway, it's a new start of the things around your heart. And so if home's really important to you, then definitely possibly that. And Charisse, aren't you moving? I think, Charisse, didn't we just talk on the phone not too long ago? I think you are. Anyway, moving, and I think it's going to be a falling in love there, but you're going to be settled in, and when that's happening, I think you're going to have this falling in love period. You're just going to be in this better place where you just kind of glow, and who doesn't want to be in love with someone who's just glowing, right? We want to be around someone who's just full of magic. And it looks like your cards always tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Your cards are telling you you've been moving through some life issues. Honey, you're doing great. You're about to start a whole nother life lesson, and you're ready for it. You have all the resources for it. And your life is just, it's going to be magical. Okay. So that's what's coming up for you. Also, it's also telling us that you're going to be kind of finishing up one lesson at the same time as starting this new one. And they're telling you that you've done a great job, and it looks like some spiritual growth that you've had too. And I think that's what they're congratulating you on, Charisse. God, so I want you guys to be in class with me, because I want us to banter back and forth and talk about these things so I can take it to that next depth. Okay. Let's see here. Career or house. Okay, Nathan. You guys, I've been getting a lot of questions too about COVID and what we're seeing coming forward with that. Now, I'm not a future teller. I'm not a fortune teller or any of that, but I have had the distinct and the same feeling since this thing started that we're going to find our lull, and then all of a sudden it's going to start back up again. But I think we're about 3 months out from this thing kind of being where we can get ourselves back to normal. That's just my feeling on it. But just in case somebody had that question, I think we all do. So my next question, Dina, who is it from? Okay. All right, Aaron Brown, what's coming towards me in love? Let's just see. So I have to show you something. Dia's a little off on her game today because she's been learning to cook. And today we were making pot pies, and she was learning how to how to make a pie crust. And a little accident happened when she was getting into the flour jar. Dina, come and show them.
Wait, do you want me to?
No, I don't want to show them. Oh, poor Dina. She cut her thumb really bad, and Mom used her old medical skills to bandage it up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Dina's a little bit off on her game today. Everybody send her good healing love, okay? Sharice, you did get moved. Oh, I'm so excited. That's awesome. Well, honey, you're going to be feeling so much better about everything now that you've got this move. I hope you're making that altar. So if you guys don't have one in your house yet, create this space. Everybody should have one. It's just this one little space. It could be a whole room if you want. It could be a whole, just like a corner. It could be a shelf, whatever it is, but it's your altar. And it's things that are make you feel like, evoke this warmth in you and this love, and it's your resting place. Okay, you just feel you could go there and just rest and feel comforted. Okay, that and I was talking to Sharice about her new house and how I really want her to create a space like that, because especially during times like this, you can go over there, you take your books, your computer, whatever it is, your journals, and it's just a place to kind of just get away from everything and de-stress. Okay, Erin wants to know what's coming towards her in love. Okie dokie. Erin. All right. Well, we'll see. Raise your hand out there. Tell me if you guys do cards at all, and how long you've been doing them. What level you would say you're at. I know a couple. I don't know if Donna's here or not, but I know Jen's here, and Jen does. Well, Erin, it looks like we could have something coming up. All right? Pretty nice. It's a little ways away. In the past, though, you've had, I think you've still got some healing to do, a little bit of healing from a past relationship where you were really in your head about this thing, where you had to defend yourself, a lot of challenges with it. And I mean, you might even still be defending yourself a little bit in that arena. Like, there's just crap coming at you. This girl is, this lady right here, she is up on this dragon. You see that? And there's all that stuff being shot at her. The good thing to remember is that she's on the dragon. She's above them. She's got this powerful dragon. All they've got are these little wands and things that they're sending at her, but she's over them, so she can see it, and she can get them before they can get her. So if you're still struggling and arguing with somebody, honey, defend yourself, but choose your battles wisely, and remember that you're probably more right than wrong. And I think it's time to just kind of push that to the side, because there's something really nice coming up for you. I want you to come back next week. Let's see how that energy is moving forward. Okay. And yes, next week I'll be here. I'm doing these every Thursday in April. And if we're doing good, maybe we'll go beyond this. Okay. Mary, will I be able to do the part-time camping gig anytime soon? Now, Mary is my sister, so I'm trying not to read into this, because I think, Mary, you could do that anytime you wanted. I think you got some mad skills that will travel, okay? That's just my personal opinion. We're going to see what the cards have to say. But, yeah, absolutely. Okay. One of the reasons, too, I don't know why I need to say this. It's just hitting me, you guys, that one of the reasons I'd like you to take this class with me is, even if you're not so sure you want to dabble, I guess, in tarot cards or angel cards like I use, there's the history of it. And I think once you learn a little bit about the history, you're going to be really shocked about how it's been wrapped up in, Christianity and other religions, Kabbalah, all this other stuff. And I think the history will help open your eyes to possibly adding in, even if it's not tarot, just other spiritual modalities, because I think right now, a lot of us, we get stuck. Like if we need something spiritually, there's only two places we can go to. We go to church or we go to a counselor, right? Or of course our friends. But I also want to remind you that there's intuition and there's you to go to. There's just all these other things that you can tap into to get answers to questions and to find comfort. So anyway, I think if you join the card class and you just learn a little about the history, I think it would help ease some fears that you might be having. Somebody needed to hear that. Excuse me. Oh, now, one thing I'm going to tell you in the card class is we don't ever drink. You don't ever show up drunk to a reading, but I do have a tiny bit of beer here. I wanted to tell you it was beer so you didn't think that it was urine, because that's exactly what it looked like, but definitely not what it tasted like. Okay. Mary, I didn't shoot you down about the love question. Poor thing. Okay, will Mary be able to do the part-time camping gig anytime soon? Mary, you too got that card where you're having to defend yourself a lot of things coming at you. And then the next card, and it's just the sweetest card. It tells us that, yes, you could, have patience right now, but to start making plans long-term, you've got this dragon. You're this little girl. See this little girl? She's sitting there. Maybe she's little. He's just a big dragon. She could be 6 foot. I don't know. But so there's that little girl, and the dragon is sitting there looking at her. And you know what's sweet? He just seems to be looking down at her in awe of her. And what this is it's just a reminder that we have some powerful help. The angels, our guides, those that have loved us, that have passed on, they're all there, and and they can help intercede on your behalf. And I think, Mary, that you should ask a little more of them. Your guides and the angels, they're so powerful. And I think that's kind of what that's saying, is if this is really what you want to do, start making long-term plans and start asking the universe guides to help start shifting your life so that that can happen. Now, Mary, there's some traditional viewpoints, okay, that are coming up. And so I think you're going to get some pushback in some different areas, because not everybody's going to understand this path that you want to do. So Mary wants to, she's this gorgeous little camper, and she just wants to hit the road, kind of be a free girl, just get out there and see the countryside. And so anyway, Mary, I think you're going to get a little bit of pushback, but I also think that if you find good mentors that are already out there, and I know you have one at least, but find some groups of people who are already doing that, and like work campers and things like that. I think, Mary, that you're going to get some of the pieces of the puzzle that you're looking for. But as far as how soon, I think it's all up to you. I think it's as soon as you want to, as late as you want to. Don't be afraid to do it, though, because once it happens, once you make that decision, things are going to start moving for you. And Mary, I know that last week or the week before you asked about a relationship question. And let's just think about it. What if you started a relationship right now, and you started a relationship with a guy, and it's based around how your life is structured right now? Well, let's just say he doesn't really want to go hit the road. Are you supposed to give up on that dream because, oops, you met this guy? So I'm going to say maybe the universe is kind of working in your favor, and you could trust that. Who knows that you won't find somebody as you get out there? And it almost feels like that's what's going to happen. Okay? It's somebody who's very like-minded, who can really embrace that life, because that's going to take somebody who really wants to embrace that life and is free to do that. Okay. Oh, I love you too, Mary. And let's see. Eva, you do need that card class. You needed that? Yeah. Okay, you needed to hear that message. The other thing, excuse me, I need a lemonade. Okay, the other thing I was studying, I told you guys I'm in study mode. Look up Edgar Cayce, Cayce, if you haven't. He's basically the father of holistic medicine, and they called him the sleeping prophet. Super, super cool guy. Obviously, he's dead now, but I mean, the stuff he channeled and that he left behind. Oh, let's see here. Who was next? Because this person, yeah. So I got the hermit card, and the hermit is somebody who's basically could be studying and really going inside. Could be Edgar Cayce even. That hermit card just jumped out of my deck, and that's why I'm in my own little world with it here. But I want you to look up Edgar Cayce's site, and there's a lot of great information there too, and I think it will help you feel not so scared of things. Katie, is that right? Is that Katie?
I was like Katie.
I'm trying to find out who we have
Kit
here.
Rice. He's probably Kit Rice.
What is it?
I don't know. It's cute.
Okay. I've got somebody here. Catrice. Catrice, what does my future look like in regards to my dreams? Okie dokie. Let's just see. And I'm assuming this is career-based, but we'll see what the cards have for you today. Hi, Aria. Aria's here. Aria's in the house. Aria, as you guys know, is another psychic, and she's wonderful. You can look her up, Aria Norman, and then Jen is on here. And Jen's, if you haven't joined her YouTube page, let's do that. Every one of us before we go to sleep tonight. Mary, you better not go with anybody who doesn't want to do that. And Erin needed that, and she said, Mercedes said, thank you. You're welcome, Mercedes. You guys join that Consulting Intuition and More group so we can have lively discussion and get your free classes on there that I keep posting. Ah! My God, my cards are going everywhere. Okay, Catrice, right? Are you sure that's Catrice? Dina, I need you to go back and find that question because I don't think this is Catrice because Catrice's question's right there.
That's her friend's. That's her friend's.
Okay, this is her friend's question?
This is her sister.
Okay, Catrice wants to know, what does my future look like in regards to my dreams? Sorry, Dina's thumb's hurting, so she can't write really well tonight.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Okay. Well, it looks like you have been seeking out some mentorship and whatever you kind of started a while back. This is kind of a life change for you. And when you started doing that, the seeds that you've planted with that are really, I mean, you're going to have a crop from it, okay? And right now, though, there's a temporary lull, and I think that is probably from the COVID stuff. And I don't want you to worry about anything. I know that's probably got you uptight, but I think everything's going to be fine. I mean, they're telling me. Now, what's curious is that in the future, it looks like you're almost wanting to move in a different direction, though. So I'm just going to put that out there that what you're moving for. Oh, nope. Okay. So you started in a path, okay? And it looks like that's a go. You've sought out some mentorship on it. There's some like-minded people around it. I think it's fulfilling for you. And it's something that puts you on your life's path, the direction you're supposed to go. And I'm going to say you planted the seeds very well. There's this temporary pause right now. And like I said, I think it's the COVID stuff. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to be second guessing things. I don't want you to second guess. It shows you wanting to move on to something that you don't think it's meaningful enough. But I'm going to say, can you just not make any changes with the plans that you've already put in motion? Because they're telling me that would kind of be an unwise choice for you. And that then you got this strength card. And the strength card is, we're trying to manage something. And we're not trying, I don't want you to bully your way through it. So it's like taming a lion. They're saying, don't tame the lion with brute strength. Tame the lion with a gentleness. All right. So I think the same thing comes with the way you're looking at whatever this is that you started a while ago. Sorry, I'm downloading. I think something's going to go, like something's going to be kind of off with it, and that's going to have you second guessing, and there's going to be some sort of a need for forgiveness, some sort of a need to say, to look at it from a higher plane and not that ego plane. Like, it feels like you're going to be pissed off about something and want to move on. Like, oh, well, this is bullshit and it's not fulfilling me. I just kind of take it slow. Let's check back next week on that. I want you to ask, the next question I want you to ask next week, Patrice, is just kind of fine tune the question around that path, okay, and what it is that you've already started. Candace, what do you see in my future? Well, you're going to turn another year older. Somebody's going to get you a birthday cake. You're going to get up in the morning, brush your teeth. Let's see, Candace, what's going on with you? Candace, do you want to know about work? Do you want to know about relationships? I like to fine tune it when we're doing it in this. Normally, I could just say, let me just tell you what there is, but I only pull a few cards when we're doing it this way. Okay, let's see. Okay. Mary and Aaron are having a love fest. Get me in on that, girls. I love you and miss you both too. And Catrice had 2 questions. Is that right? And Gina, your best friend, will no longer speak to you. Gina, we're going to get to the bottom of that and what we can do. Okay, sweetheart. And Candace, work in success. And Eva, I got you, girl. We're gonna look into that. Candace, I'm on you right now. You guys, I really want you to take that class. Fork over $9.97. I would give it to you free, but I have to charge you something so you take it serious, okay? And also to pay for the stuff I had to buy in order to bring the class to you. But I really want you to take it because I'm going to teach you how to do this for yourself. You could do this every single day if you want. Just pull a couple cards. The other thing you're going to learn, we're going to not just learn tarot cards, but we're going to learn oracle cards. Oracle cards are, they're like it. Like, here's one right here. Okay. This is an oracle card. And they come in all different shape, different pictures, different words, all kinds of different things. It's just kind of up to what the author creates. Tarot is a system, and that's why you really kind of need to come to class with me and learn. But I think if you will do this, it's going to help you so much with your own journey and kind of grounding yourself each day and asking yourself and giving yourself your intuition this outlet to speak to you, because so many of us don't stop to listen. You know, they say prayer is us talking to God and meditation is God talking to us. This is kind of a way for God to talk to us because we don't settle our minds long enough. Well, Candace, you've got some men in your life, girl. I pulled 3 men, just saying. And so the first one is, now this can be people or it can describe kind of situations as well. So if it's a person, this is somebody who is just a very reliable, good breadwinner, maybe somebody who's in the construction industry, something like that. But everything they touch pretty much just works out. They're just one of those people, very reliable, good provider too, and but a very down to earth, very practical type person. Now I'm wondering if you can, Candace, work in success. Oh, okay. So then that would be very successful time. And that's kind of the energy that's moving forward. When I lay the cards out, I look at them from left to right, and it's also this energy that's moving forward. So I'm going to say, Candace, that That's more going to be about you, I think. So this is somebody who's a pillar of the community. They're very reliable. And then we get the Emperor, and that's somebody, this is somebody who teaches us about discipline, keeping things balanced. It's a leadership. Candace, are you you thinking about some sort of leadership thing? The only thing I can think of is like city council kind of stuff or civic duty stuff, things like that. And, but the Emperor is someone, they create order out of chaos. So it can also be an organization. So that could be you working in a career with a large organization as well. The King of Fire is like finding your passion. I think this is someone who is an excellent communicator, they're just so motivational. Okay, they can get up there and give this most amazing speech. I would say Barack Obama or somebody like that, just great orator. And anyway, but they can also be somebody who's very creative. And I think that it looks like to me, if I'm just backing up just a little bit, that you are wanting to bring something a little more creative. Are you thinking, it feels like, Candace, you're wanting to do something where you are in front of people. And you're going to be leaving a situation, though. There's a situation that has not been good for you. It looks like it's really in your head. You're leaving that behind. It's been very difficult for you. And if it's as far as work goes, and it's, an old career thing, but you've got the wheel ahead of you also, and that's just, dang, good fortune. That's just nothing but great fortune on your side. And it's another card that shows your desire to move forward and move on from what you're currently doing. Okay. And feels like to me that if you've been at all interested in doing something, God, it's almost like you want to run for office or something. It's just what it feels like. Jen, thank you for being here. I'm so glad. Jen, you've been on my mind too recently about you wanting to do the cards and stuff in your practice. So I don't know, maybe we'll reach out and just talk one-on-one sometime. Because like I said, you've just really been on my mind. Okay, thank you for being here though, Jen. Nicole, is it Nicole?
No.
Let me look through here, you guys. And Dina must have hurt her thumb worse than I thought. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's Nicole. I want to know about my incarcerated boyfriend. Nicole, did you ask about him last time?
Someone did.
I thought this was somebody who wasn't, if it was you, that the card said something about be his friend, but need to move on. But we'll see what they have to say now, okay? And let me get up here. All right. Candace, I'm really interested in knowing kind of what you are wanting to do with yourself. What kind of ideas are on the horizon for you? I think that reading it might hit home a little closer if we know. Okay, Nicole, here we go, honey. Let's find out about this guy. Got himself in trouble. Well, I think you're going to stay together. It looks like it. It just says there's kind of a temporary pause, but once again, and it looks like obviously we know why. You've got some unnecessary worry around it, and you're going to need to have a little bit more strength. I think you're probably a little pissed at him. You're going to need to have some forgiveness there, and it also looks like you might be taking a job change. But as far as you go, generally speaking, it shows that it's a trustworthy relationship for you, believe it or not, and that your emotional and material needs could be met. I just goes against what I feel though, but that's what the cards say, so that's what I'm telling you, okay? And it says you've come into your own. You're kind of creating this new partnership. So maybe he's learning his lesson when he's there. You know, that's what I'm going to hope for, Nicole. I hope that this guy has learned some lessons and he gets out of jail and he wants to be a really hard worker. But I think that there's a pause right now, honey, that you don't need to really worry about. And it does look like it is going to work out between you two. Okay. Candace, you don't know. I want to leave my current job and you hate it. You recently started crafting. I don't think it's crafting that you're going to do for work, Candace. This feels bigger than that, honey. This feels bigger, like you're going to be sharing a message or something like that. Or you're going to be working for maybe the government or something like that. I don't know. Look at jobs that are out there, unless that's what you're currently doing is working for the government. Or a big corporation. Okay. Nathan, I would also like to know about my future career. Okay. You guys, if you've got any other questions, get them in here. We've only got 10 minutes left, okay? Till next week. I'm going to expect to see some of those names in that class. Okay. It's going to be a lot of fun. I put a lot of effort in it. I've been writing this class for probably a year and a half. So, not that it's super dynamic. I mean, it's a beginner's class, but there's a lot to it. So join. All right, Nathan, your future career. Well, looks like you're thinking about going back to school possibly to learn something new. And if you do, you should, because it looks like it's something that's really going to put you on the right path. Great financial. It's going to be great financially for you. I think you need something a little bit challenging. But yeah, it feels like you've been thinking about some sort of new education of some sort. And you got all of your cards. Every one of your cards is about abundance. Okay, so whatever it is, you're just like a really good worker. Again, we've all got that dang card, that unnecessary worry over this temporary pause. If you guys could all pay attention to that, don't be worried. It's gonna be okay. Nathan, it looks like you're having a little fear over some money and possibly wanting to do some self-employment or are self-employed and concerns about that. And if you could make it, again, every single one of your cards tells me that as far as career goes, you're going to be hitting it. So figure out what it is you really want to do, go for it. And if you need some more education, you need to go for it. I do see you signing some sort of a new contract, new partnership, and you just keep moving forward. Yeah, every single card said that. So, yeah, you can buy everybody their class, all right? Fork over $9.97. Okie dokie. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting through this. Okay. Eva, you're looking for your life purpose, financial direction, intuition development, moving forward. Am I on the right path? I gotcha. Okie dokie. Yeah, Eva, I definitely want you in. Yeah, you've got this card jumped out. Now, if this shows up in our reading, we really pay attention to it. But it tells me there's just a lot going on for you right now. And you do need to make some decisions and lighten up just a little bit. You're taking everything really serious. They want you to get back to that more playful you. And let's just see. Whew, another one jumping out. Continue to move forward. Okay, let's just see here. You guys, I want to remind you guys that are talking about your careers and things, and you're talking about relationships. Sometimes you have to leave something behind that you know isn't really good for you or isn't right for you. It might be great, but it might not just be right for you. And you have to leave that behind in order to move towards what it is you really want to do. If you will just follow your passion and your heart, what you know without any doubt that you love, then you're gonna hit your target. One of the ways to do that is to know your why, and we learned this in real estate school, Eva. You know that, and we also not in real estate school, but in the classes we take. But we also learn it when I was taking my business class for my spiritual business. I also learned that and how important it is to know your why. And in order to find your why, you guys, like why you want to do something is such a big motivator to do what it is you want to do. Okay. So, anyway, sorry, Catrice, I just read your question, and I did skip your mom because I thought somebody told me you had 2 questions, honey, but I'm going to get to hers next, okay? So we're going to get it. Don't worry. So anyway, when you know your why, it's going to be a lot of motivation for you to move towards that you want, and it's going to clear up a lot of the confusion for you. So I decided a few years back that I wanted to take my spiritual business, and I really wanted to make money with it because it's something I love. It checks every box. It just fulfills everything for me. Okay. But when I first got started, it wasn't a money maker, and it was very confusing, and I didn't know what to do. I was just as lost. And now I'm making really pretty decent money with this. Okay. And I'm able to do something I love wherever I want to do it. Okay. So I know that there's a lot of people who want that same kind of life where you could be doing something you love, do it wherever it is you want to be. And I want to encourage you to figure out your why. And once you know that, I think you're going to make it, and I think you're going to get yourselves on track, and it's going to clear up so much of the confusion. So when we ask our why, let's just give you a quick little lesson. One way to do that is you ask yourself why. So you'll say, okay, I want to read cards for people. Well, why is that? Okay. And so then I'm going to say, well, because I like to help people. And then the next question is going to be, well, why is that? Okay. Because it makes me feel good to help others. I don't like to see people in pain. Well, why is that? You see what I'm doing? You're kind of chasing this down until you just boil it all the way down. And once you've got it boiled down to that couple of sentences, you're going to know that you know whether what you thought was right for you or not is right. And it's going to clarify so much more for you. All right. So let's see here. Eva. Eva, honey, there's a couple questions here, all right? As far as financial direction, you started something recently and you're on the right path with it. It's going to provide some abundance. I'm going to say you're not released from real estate yet. That's what I'm going to say, just knowing you, and I hope I'm not, I don't want to be giving away everything, telling all your secrets here, but she's a realtor with me. And Eva, I think you're still supposed to do that. I think there's going to be some abundance there, and you're going to need that abundance because I think you're a lot like me. I don't know that this is going to be where you stay, and there's some sort of a conflict, and there's something bothering you with, I think, around that, and some competing goals. And I think some of that is competing within your head. You are a very spiritual person, and so sometimes when we're spiritual, we don't think that we're supposed to be making money. And or that some of the traditional jobs we can't use our spirituality in that fashion. And I want to remind you that in just the everyday type of jobs, there's so many opportunities to reach out and help other people and to use your spiritual gifts. So don't lose sight of that. And just like me, real estate is a great way for me. I'm helping people and helping families, and it's fulfilling. It checks those boxes, but it's also a great way to help me to be able to do what it is I want to do with my spiritual business too. All right. So there's a relationship here for you. And I don't know if this is just like an actual relationship, but if it is, it's a lovely one. But you're kind of this queen of water, and you're just somebody who's very empathetic. And so you've a lot of empathy. And I could see you doing something with that intuition of yours. And you already kind of have been listening to it. But I don't think you're taking care of yourself like you need to. I think you're always busy taking care of everybody else. And so you're not giving yourself the same kind of patient, loving empathy that you give to others. And when you can start doing that, more of that for yourself, the answers are going to come to you a lot easier. You need to start journaling too. And your automatic writing. We talked about that, I think, the 2 previous weeks. But automatic writing, just sitting down with paper and just letting the words go. Okay? Don't have a need for those to mean anything at that time, to make any sense. Just write. Okay, then the next card that I pulled for you says that your wishes are going to come true. Your head's going to be above water. You're going to fall in love with your life. Everything's just going to be really spectacular for you. Your heart's going to be content. I think we need to work a little more with how to... I think there's more than one thing for you, okay? I do think you're going to be with the real estate for a while because it's going to help you financially. I hate to say this. I think I've heard you talk about a move, possibly, and office-wise, and I kind of see it. I kind of see that for you. So I'm just going to put that out there. And we will talk more about it one-on-one. Okay, Eva, I want you to reach out and let's do some one-on-one work. Okay, Catrice, honey, let's get to your mom. You guys also, before we finish up here with Catrice's mom, hi Catrice's mom, by the way, I just want to tell you, these questions that we're asking and the answers that we're getting, and one of the reasons I like you to just stay with me and stay through this for the hour is because so many questions are going to answer your question. Somebody else's question is going to be your exact question. And don't think it's an accident that you're here at the same time asking the same question or having the same question but didn't ask it. Because I think some of those answers are for more than one person. Like, for instance, Eva's question that she asked, I think there was other people that needed to hear that. Mary's question that she asked, I'm almost positive there is someone else that wants to do exactly the same thing Mary wants to do. Okay? All right, so Catrice's mom, new job in your future? Let's just see, okay? So you guys, all of this is up to human will. I can tell you what the current energy shows, but honestly, the future is up to your human will. You always have a choice to make. So even if you don't like what I say, you don't think it's right, you guys can change that at any given time. These are just ways to give you a heads up, give you some more insight, new way of thinking about things. Okay? All right. Catrice's mom. All right. It looks like there's going to be some sort of an abundance coming your way. You've got that mighty helper sitting right there, just like Mary did. She's got that huge, gigantic dragon sitting right there. And that huge, gigantic dragon is not scary at all. It's your guides. And they're saying, call on us. You haven't been calling on us enough. And speaking of which, I'm actually going to give you an angel to work with. So you guys, I do angel work. I work with the archangels too. And one of the things I do is give you prescriptions of which angels can help you. So Catrice's mom, I'm going to give you some angels. And basically, you guys, you're going to picture a room, square room. And there's going to be 4 angels that you call in. Or you call them all in if you really need some help. You can call in as many as you want. But I like you to think of having 1 in each corner. You've got 2 that are got your back and 2 that are leading the way for you. So we always call in Michael. Archangel Michael is just freaking amazing. He's so strong. He's so protective. His color is this royal blue, purple, kind of like the back of these cards. I don't know if you can see that. That's Michael right there, actually, the image that they drew. And the reason the color is important is I want you to just close your eyes when you're calling them forth, and you're just going to ask for them to come in. Just say, come, I'm inviting you in. I want you to come in. I need your help. And just picture that. And I promise you, when you do this, you're going to start seeing that color coming towards you. But anyway, so Michael is there, and he is good for career. He's good for courage, protection, keeping us safe. So I want you to have Michael working for you and praying to Michael. And I also want you to have Ariel. And Ariel is the lioness of God. And Ariel's color is this pale pink. And that's around your materialism, your abundance. So I want you to call in Ariel to help you with this also. And the next one I'm going to give you is going to be I'm gonna say Jophiel, because that's a dark pink rose, and it's the rose-colored glasses. Like, think of it like that. Put on your rose-colored glasses, because it's beautiful and uplifting thoughts. And I think it's really hard to keep ourselves in that frame of mind sometimes. And I think we're gonna have Jophiel leading the way and helping you to see things with, through different glasses. I see a job coming. I see abundance. And it's going to be something, though, that you're going to need to have some balance around. It could be a large organization, possibly. So I don't know why hospital just stuck in my head, but it almost feels that way to me. It's a corporation of some sort. It's a bigger company. And then the final angel that I'm going to give to you is going to be, I'm going to say, Uriel. Uriel is a yellow color, and that's for careers and epiphanies, ideas, insight, intellectual understanding. So I'm going to give you those angels for you to work with. If you want to know more about them, you reach out to me and we can talk more about it. You guys, I'm always available to you. You can private message me through my Facebook, which is Intuitive Lisa. My web page or my website, which is getting all revamped, is consultingintuition.com. The group that I just started for us to all continue to learn together is Consulting Intuition and More on Facebook. And let's see, the class is getting ready to start, so I want you to get signed up. And if you have any questions about that, reach out to me. Make sure you like this video, okay, and that you ding the little bell on there so that you are aware of when I'm live. I will be live next Thursday at 7 o'clock with me and my little friend Dina, my little helper. Everybody say goodnight to Dina. Okay, she's tired. Oh, so you guys, that's all I've got for you this week. I love you guys. Have a good one. Remember, if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me or see you next week. Oh my God. Okay, bye guys.